What's up, guys? So tonight I am trying the dirtiest team I have probably used in a very long time. I will probably have to end up showering after this stage because this is filthy. Now, I was talking to my fellow German players throughout this week, and they said that a team like this appears in Space-Time Finals quite often, but I had to make some minor adjustments. For some reason, in the English version, Kisame first position just never works out for me, so I had to put him in the second position, put Minato up in the front, and change the positioning around a little bit. But the concept is pretty much the same, and this is the reason why the team is dirty, alright? You are running Poison Taijutsu, which everyone knows. Everyone is tired of water mains because healing and poison. But this is where it gets even worse, because I am running Neurotoxin as well, which every critical hit from the main will give chaos to that person for 1 round. And I finally found a use for Guy's Tortoise. As Marv told me, the Guy's Tortoise hits a lot more than the King of Hell and the Crustacean. So, in a sense, you have more chances for critical hits with this thing, which can lead to more chaos opportunity. Ridiculous, right? Now, if you don't have Guy's Tortoise, for instance, then I suggest you go Water Style Enhancement and King of Hell. That was pretty much the original lineup, but in order to be more dirty, I had to decide and go out with Neurotoxin. So yes, this team is absolutely disgusting, and if you guys think regular cancer teams are a problem and annoying, wait till you guys see this. So guys, I cannot bring you gameplay without fighting the team's weakness in the first battle. And of course, for a team that revolves around debuffs, I'm gonna have to go off against Lightning Mains with Root. So, 3 other swordsmen have immunities for 2 rounds. The only one that didn't get targeted in this situation is Madara himself. But even with all the chase combos going off and the Guy's Tortoise, he did not get chaos to make the fight any easier. And because of this, Lightning is pretty much the easiest counter to this kind of team. And you can kind of say that about most water main teams, just because you can't get poisoned, and even more with chaos. The second weakness with this lineup is, since my water main is in the 4th position, has pretty much the worst equipment set, and I just don't have high critical on that. So the crit chance is not as high as I would like it to be. If you're jacked up and you're stacked, it would be amazing for you to end up having high crit, get that Guy's Tortoise rolling out and making sure you crit on all of them, because it gives you more hits and more chances for it. But it was gonna be a pretty bad fight from the beginning, just because triple immunity going against Shisui, Madara, Anbu, Itachi. Very strong lineup. I mean, you have Madara boosting everybody with his passive. He does insane amount of damage. Every time a Konoha unit uses their mystery, you get more chakra for the team. It's a very, very strong team, and I unfortunately am unable to bring out as much damage as possible, because the most amount of damage I should have done is in the first 2 rounds, which, because of Root, I am unable to do so. And my Tobirama is almost about to die. My water main is there ignited, my Minato. My team is just looking real bad at this point. But the fight does end pretty close. So with Tobirama dead, that basically gets rid of one of my main damage dealers. Minato's getting targeted. I have no mysteries on this round, and that's where Tobirama, as long as you use his mystery and attack ninja, it's always going to be a 1 round cooldown, so you have it ready for the next round, which really helps out. And I can still get some really nice chase damage going out. You know, if Tobirama was there, the Lightning Main should have died, and I think Madara would have not died, because I believe his chase is Taijutsu based, and Madara is immune to Taijutsu damage, but Lightning Main would have died in that situation. My Minato ends up dropping, and the fight continues. You know, I could have had a Minato bomb ready for next round, and nope, after Minato, or Kisame mystery instead. That's all I have left, and these two are just not going to produce the damage that I need. The water main doesn't have any sort of real damage outside of her chases, because I have her healing there. So I was very disappointed. I wanted to bring you guys a lot of good gameplay and show off how the team performs, but this stage was just a Lightning Main fest. And it continues this way. I'm just I'm still in disbelief about what happened. This was recorded last week on Thursday, and I just fought so many lightning mains in the beginning. You know, I wanted to bring you guys that poison cancer. This team has a lot more potential, and I feel that throughout the gameplay I'm showing you, it honestly does not reflect on the team's performance, just because of the bad matchups. You know, originally the team was set up to be Kisame position 1, but I don't know how people do it. For me, I have almost no success with a position 1 Kisame. It is very good round 1 because you need the lockdown with this team. The whole point of running Kisame position 1 is that you can cancel off the barrier. If you have higher initiative, you don't have to worry about anyone else, such as Susanoo Itachi, or anyone stopping your water main, because the second your water main is stopped in this team, you can't do anything. You lose out on a 10-hit combo chase, you lose out on the guy's tortoise, and that is pretty much where a lot of your damage comes out, since you cannot get the 20-hit combo from Kisame, and if you do get that combo rolling, then you cannot get Edo Tobirama's 30-hit combo. So the problem with this team is it heavily relies on the water main, and if she's stopped round 1, there's nothing you can do. So you need to have hope that you don't fight against first position Susanoo Itachi's, and hope that your second position's initiative is higher than their second position if they're running Masked Men or anyone else that can stop you. Because you need that lockdown and protection in the first round. That's the easiest way to get yourself a lot of damage, and you have to hope that you're not fighting a root. So this gameplay that I'm showing you, you're pretty much seeing it at a disadvantage. But towards the end of the video, you will see me fight the non-lightning mains, see a lot more of the potential that the team has. So here, going up against the Kushimaru Jinpachi Onoki team, Kisame is really good as a tank. You know, the more I use him, the more I start liking him, but he is still one of those ninjas that feels very inconsistent for me. But with this team, it felt good. I actually did notice his damage, and this was first pretty much using Kisame as I got him as a 4-star now. So the team was working out really well. But the issue with this lineup is if you can't tag, you're a very huge disadvantage, and that's just why Lightning, I was honestly being tilted when I was doing this stage. I could not believe I had to keep fighting Lightning main after Lightning main. But I was still surprised to see how well the team was doing, despite not having tags or poisons or chaos. So even against immunities, it did really well. It has a very good chance, or at least you have a very high chance of winning against fire mains, because even if they run the mirror and they still have Genjutsu mirror as a mystery, if you Shark Kisame first round, they cannot get rid of the debuffs. So by the second round, when you can hit with Minato, there should be a tag. Assuming you're faster first position, you'll get your mystery off first, puts you in a very good position. Here again, my third Lightning main. But another good thing is the Kisame's mystery provides you a safety net. And until we have Edo Tobirama with his Bond mystery on the English side, which that is probably not going to be a feature we have for a year at least, he does end up getting a barrier for his Bond mystery, which would be really good in any Edo Tobirama team I pretty much plan to make. So having a Kisame really works out. You could always just not use the water main, but that kind of eliminates the super cancerous type that I was going for with this team. Poison and Chaos itself, I say that Chaos is the most, to me Chaos is the most overpowered debuff, because not only does it stop all your actions for the round, but it also forces you to attack your own side. And Immobilization has to be the next most overpowered debuff, because it just stops you from having any actions in a round. People will also argue that Acupuncture is up there, but I honestly don't, I rarely go up against Acupunctures. It's really rare. Anbu Kakashi was the first Acupuncture ninja I used since probably Ao, or don't even know who else. It's been just that long. You rarely see ninjas with Acupuncture these days. It's good because it stops the mystery from going off. But Chaos and Immobilization are the top two for me. Here you see the damage from the chases itself. It has potential, but be careful when you're fighting people that have more battle power than you, that are faster than you, or are probably about the same as you. And even more so when they have immunity. You should really be careful with that. But I've really been enjoying Minato, as you can see by all the videos and all the thumbnails I've been using him in. And I'm really enjoying Edo Tobirama as well, just because I don't have the vanilla one, the original Tobirama. So, using this one, he has very high scaling, even higher than Minato himself. He can scale twice each round. And here I was fighting against an OG Mud Bull lineup, which in this situation, first position Kisame would have saved me, assuming I have higher initiative. So he wouldn't have been able to use his Mystery to get more hits. His second position was faster than my second position, so my Kisame ended up getting interrupted. And at this point, I already knew I was screwed. I mean, it was not good at all. Funny thing is that despite him being rooted, Raikage did get tagged, and then the tag ended up going off. So I don't know what happened in this fight. It seemed like it was just a display error, but yeah, you know, despite him having root, this team was just, it was over from that second. Minato gets tagged, whole team gets paralyzed, so even if I do get the hits going, I can't chase. Paralyzed also feels like it's a very underrated debuff, because chases supply a good amount of your damage, which most people should know by now. So if your full team is paralyzed, you're not getting any extra damage besides standard attacks and mysteries, especially if you can't clear it off. It really means that you pretty much end up losing the fight if you're going up against a Blitz team or certain lineups. But yeah, I lost Minato by round 2 because of the Raikage hitting him 5 times or whatever. Kisame was half dead. Waterman gets targeted, no chance to win after that, you know? It's been so long since I fought a Raikage, I really don't remember when was the last time I did. But I was just like, the Lightning main Fiesta does not end tonight. And I was just really disappointed. I wanted to bring you guys better fights against non-Lightning mains and show off the capability of the team, but this is how the Sage ended up starting off, so not much I could do about that. Edo Tobirama being in the back line. I will show you later on how it is to use Kisame in first position. It might have a lot better success for you, but from personal experience, I can tell you, I will probably not recommend first position Kisame, unless your first position is as stacked as your second position, because I don't know, there's just some kind of curse for me using a first position Kisame to where it leads to really bad fights for me. But after this, well, okay, we fight Snow one more time. After this one is when the Lightning, I think, finally ended. So this was the last fight against Lightning mains. Another thing you should know with this team is that it is a Cancer team. Not as much on the Immortal side, but damage output wise it is. So the team takes a lot of rounds, but as the rounds go on, the better the team becomes, because Minato scales, Tobirama scales. You get constant damage going out to each round if it's in your favor. So the team gets better the longer the fight. But the biggest downside is once the main is just stopped first round, you pretty much can't get the Kisame barrier off. It's a very hard fight for you to win. But you guys can see from that, I mean, if you get the Guy's Tortoise rolling first round, you have a full chance to chaos an entire enemy team if you crit enough, and if you're lucky. But otherwise, Inoki falls to be the victim again. He gets tagged. Minato just ends up hitting everyone, interrupting Kushimoto in the process. We finish off Inoki, no more back problems for you. Tobirama getting the reset for the next round. And I just honestly love seeing the chase damage go out. The animations from the team. It is a fun team for me to use. I probably want to revisit this team in the future. Probably when I get a lot stronger, or feel like, okay, maybe this Sage I won't fight as many Lightning mains. Because I did enjoy the team really. It was fun to use, despite all the issues I got. So pretty much about like 12 minutes of combat were straight up Lightning main. And then I could not wait until just fighting anyone else, honestly. I just wanted to not fight Lightning main so I could show you what the team can do and what it's best at. So here we have it. First fight where it is not a Lightning main. Going up against a Shisui with Jonin, Minato, Kurenai. Instantly pop that Kisame barrier, get rid of that so he doesn't have any more extra damage. And then Minato gets it rolling with the combo. Kisame first position will also get your combo rolling. So that's something to go off on. After that though, I didn't get any more chases. You know, there should have been a Kisame going off. There should have been an Edo Tobirama going off. And I don't know, like there feels like something was missing in this kind of lineup. But the chases were not hitting. But you see here, everyone's poisoned. Kurenai's chaos. She's also tagged. They have a barrier from Kisame, so he can't Genjutsu illusion it. First position Minato is a lot faster. Even more lucky on our side, we popped the dodge from Jonin. Hit Kurenai, she dies. Interrupt goes off. So much stuff happens with this team when you're not fighting Lightning mains. And this is where the true potential of the team can be shown. You see the amount of damage that it does. It is ridiculous. And this is what can happen if you're not fighting Lightning mains. Maybe not all the time, but sometimes. Here we're fighting a water main. It's pretty much a cancer lineup, double healers, Kurenai, Kushina. This fight took a while, and I got unlucky because I could have chaos someone. At least, if I could have chaos both healers, it would have went so much smoother. But at least it's not immune, so you're gonna have to bear with this pretty long fight. It went, I don't even know what round it went, because I am commentating on a different way than on a different day than I recorded it, because I was way too tilted that day. And on top of that Thursday, I recorded 4 videos for you guys, so I was pretty much just too exhausted to record on that day. Decided to save it for another time. But if you're expecting fast wins with this team, it's not gonna happen. Here, I wish that. See, the thing is, she didn't get tagged until after the mystery went off, and I was hoping she would either keep a tag or get tagged. So I was relying on the RNG just so I can hopefully stop all their mysteries, mostly the heals. But I messed up with Tobirama. Could have ended up interrupting at least one of the heals, either Sailor Sakura or the water main. And it basically like resets the whole fight, and I have to restart this. So pretty much I'll be out of a mystery for a few turns since I didn't hit a tag unit with Tobirama. And when it came to Minato, he's still on the cooldown after this. So that fight is, you know, this is pretty much what happens when you have cancer versus cancer, but in different form. It is a horrible fight. All I have to say is that this Sage felt so dirty with the matchups I had and using the team itself. I had to go ahead and shower after this whole Sage world. I just really didn't like it. It was intense, and I was just kind of disappointed with that. I wish the team worked a lot better. I do plan to revisit this team eventually in the future. Not sure when, but maybe in a month's time or two. Hopefully get better gameplay, because I know this team has a lot of potential. Like I've been talking to Marv and all the other German players, you do see this team commonly over there in Space-Time Finals, but with a position 1 shot Kisame. But that position 1 shot Kisame just does not work out for me. Here, you know, another issue where nobody being tagged, relying off the RNG so I can interrupt. Don't even know why I did it, because I could have just Kisame anyway after Kushina, but you know, you gotta play the lottery once in a while. So this fight took way longer than it probably should have, but I just was unable to get the damage. I was just unable to. Since Minato was not hitting AoEs, he was doing single target ults, and I was just unable to single target one person and just get them out of the way. Should have focused the main, kill her, focus Sakura, kill her. Then eventually, both healers drop round 5. I'm like, thank God I can finish this. Killing off Kushina, Kurenai is left. Finally, I can get this fight over with. I mean, this Sage was really stressful on me. I was disappointed with the outcome. Then here on the last fight, go up against Evil Scientist. So running Deidara, Kisame, Jinpachi with Earth main. I just figured pop my... I was gonna have to pop Kisame anyway because Jinpachi would have given an extra attack and Ignite on my side. So I had to Kisame ahead of time, hope to chaos something, and get as much damage going for the next round. So Jinpachi's already looking kind of low. Datara's damage is a problem to look out for. As you guys know, I have really bad luck when I am fighting Kisame's. Not Kisame's, Datara's. But Kisame is usually on the team. I don't know what it is about Datara, but there's just something about him that I have a very difficult time winning. So, as we reach to the closing of the round, I felt like I did a good amount of damage, pretty much hoping that I can kill off Jinpachi. The best situation would be to save the Minato and interrupt Datara, but honestly, I have a real difficult time when it comes to the timings in the game. And it could be because of lag, or it could be because I'm just slow on the buttons, but at least when it comes to this kind of thing, I feel like I'll just get as much damage as I can, hope for more chaoses. The Earthman gets chaos, Jinpachi drops in a huge amount of health, I interrupt Jinpachi, and with that Kisame's chase ended up stealing pretty much all his chakras, so he wouldn't have been able to Datara this round anyway. But on the third round, I do have to worry about the Datara, because more than likely he was waiting for Minato's mystery to go off anyway, so he didn't get interrupted. And when it came to going off for using Tobirama to interrupt next round, he's in the third position, so I can't interrupt Datara for a chance. So here I have to tank it, and at this point, I'm just hoping it doesn't do too much damage, but we all know how much damage Datara does. Such a crazy amount of damage, but he does get dodged. My Minato dodges it, Tobirama dodges it. Only Kisame and Water Main take a huge hit, but that was about 8,000 damage. Here, end up using Tobirama on Datara, hoping to kill him. And this decides the fight. Now, unfortunately, Sage ends before this fight is resolved. And it's gonna just keep me wondering, keep all of us wondering, what would have happened. So, in anticipation of the Earthmain being tagged, I was thinking, okay, Datara's gonna die from the AoE. It honestly probably wouldn't have mattered who I would have targeted, because the goal was just to kill off Datara, and it should be an easy fight. So I had it ready for the Earthmain, I clicked it, the tag goes off, and the passive ends up hitting Datara. So, if the Earthmain was tagged, I would have won, no hesitation. But that was not the case. So, here you guys have it. Position 1 Kisame trying out. This is the team you'll most likely see in Germany. This guy refreshed when I just like instantly saw that team and I was like, I'm probably gonna lose. So here I'm going up against a Lightning main. She's sweet Jinpachi and freaking Edo Datara. Like, I'm like, are you serious right now? So, same thing applies. Get rid of the barrier, get my chases rolling, hoping to tag Datara and finish him off because I just really want to. When it comes to Datara, I get PTSD, alright? I need to kill him. I need to kill him before he kills me. And the issue was, I'm still thinking about last fight, you know, the Sage World fight. I think that the Earthmain would have lived. Datara, I don't know, I lost track, but he could have had his mystery up and waited till after it dodged to hit. But I repositioned Tobirama to mystery the Datara, I believe. So, where I think would have went down, Earthmain gets hit really low. Datara standard, or at least Tobirama, would hit Datara. Because even if he mystery, I would have dodged it. So I still think I would have won that Sage fight. But anyway, go into this one. Round 2. I end up hitting Datara. And I can't... Oh yeah, I forgot. I was like wondering, why am I slower? But this is the first position Kisame. So, the biggest consequence is you have Minato going second. Can't interrupt the first positions because of that. And it really leaves your Waterman exposed behind that. But the first round really has to work in your favor for the team to do really well. And then you have the next round to hopefully do as much damage as you can. Now here, I'm in a bad position again. Datara is not dead. And with the next Tobirama mystery, I will be able to kill him. But I'm taking lots of damage from Jinpachi, lots of damage from Deidara. Deidara will still get a chance to get his mystery off. Even if Minato and Tobirama dodge it, Kisame will still take a lot of damage. And the water main will end up dead. So, first position, Kisame. There is a curse with him like there is for me fighting Deidara. There's just some phenomenal reason where it doesn't work. I don't know why actually, but he didn't mystery. I thought he mystery. So I end up killing off Deidara. He Shisui instead. He gets the Jinpachi to pull out extra damage. And the fight is just... This is why I don't use Kisame first position. It leads to really bad fights for me. You know, and it either gets me wins that should have not been close at all, or so difficult to achieve. And I don't know why, but when I fight against position 1 Kisames, I really struggle against them. But me using a first position Kisame, oh, I don't know why, but it just does not work out for me. So it really leads to a ugly, disgusting battle for me. And I was honestly lucky enough to get the win, but I wanted to show you guys position 1 Kisame, just so you guys can try it out for yourself. But I think Minato first position will work out better. Put Kisame as a second. Most of the time, I will only run Kisame second position. Sometimes you can do him third, but you gotta love this awful Matsuri matchmaking. I am paired up against a level 64. A level 64 when I have 146k battle power with this team. It's ridiculous. I mean, I don't know. Matchmaking is awful in Matsuri and Bonds, but it's hard to believe it when you see it. So honestly, after the stressful night I had with this team, at least the stressful experiences, I was like, I gotta take a free win. Then I fight here, Shisui, Anbu, Itachi, Kurenai, Fire Main, and this is where I love it because you lock them out from that Genjutsu illusion, and you try to get as much free damage going as possible. So since Shisui has no dodge, we have a good chance for getting at least a chaos off or whatever. If it does happen, tags as well, poisons, and we do end up getting Shisui tagged, but one of them got reflected towards me. And the issue being is if I do Minato Shisui, I have to end up getting his dodge off. So with the team itself, I try my best to showcase it to you guys so you can see how it is. I do believe that it is very strong. I plan on using this team maybe in space time. You know, I feel like it is very strong. You just really have to hope that if you're fighting lightning mains, it works out for you somehow, because I just wouldn't risk it against lightning mains. But if you can keep your water main safe first round and get that nice combo going off with at least one chaos, you'll be surprised at how much of a momentum swing this team has because of that, and the ridiculous amount of damage because of Tobirama's scaling as well as Minato's. So right there, interrupting the Genjutsu illusion, Shisui ends up dying. All that, he's gonna end up taking so much damage, and you can really see Kisame has a really nice amount of damage with that chase, and I have life mood on him. You know, if I played first position, would have had a lot more life. Here I end up fighting the level 64 again. Like, what a horrible matchmaking system. And you know, at first I hesitated. I should have retreated from the beginning. I was just thinking like, oh, man, it's just too messed up. Like, I was, I guess, in awe of getting the same person twice. So by the time I went to retreat, it was too late because the system would already finished the battle. But just want to apologize to you guys ahead of time. I feel like this video was not a good enough showcase for the team, but it was just something I recorded, wanted to get out to you guys, and hopefully you saw enough of the team to really appreciate it. But I think it's a great load of fun. If you have these ninjas, definitely give it a shot. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time.